Great. So first of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I know it was quick last minute. I wanted to bring some updates to the community since been about a week and a half ago when we talked about the robbery trend that was going on and how serious and how hard we've been working very hard. Within the police department, we created a robbery task force and have been operating 24/7 since that time period to solve many of the crimes. I'm going to let Lieutenant Hicks step up and give you a little bit of update on that. It's been very hard work, diligent work. It hasn't stopped and will not continue to stop, but I want to give that as well as some other updates for the community, especially as we are about to go into our holiday season. So without further ado, Lieutenant Hicks.
Lieutenant Hicks, if you start with your first and last name, so with right spelling, something like that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chief. I'm Lieutenant Hicks, Lee Hicks, Lee, L-E-E, Hicks, H-I-C-K-S. I am currently in the position of the lieutenant over the Crimes Against Persons unit. Since our last update, we've been working tirelessly around the clock to bring some resolution to this robbery trend. But before I get into that, I want to give a special thank you to our detectives, our crime analysts, and the officers who have been working with us on this task force. Forensics, thank you. And forensics, give them a shout out for the hard work that they put in to this task force in helping us come to some conclusion or approach a conclusion in reference to this. And I want to especially thank the citizens for your contributions, even if it was nothing more than adhering to our public safety advice. So we especially want to thank you. Now, as our investigation evolved, we've identified 3 subjects that we know now to be juveniles that were involved in this trend. On November the 19th, 2020, 2 of those juveniles were apprehended, taken into custody, and secure custody orders were served on them. The charges that they face are first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, robbery with a dangerous weapon, possession of a stolen motor vehicle, possession of stolen property, and also kidnapping. We're still on the lookout for a 3rd individual. We've secured a secure custody order on him, and the charges he will face when apprehended: robbery with a dangerous weapon, 3 counts, assault with a deadly weapon inflicting serious injury, conspiracy to commit robbery, possession of a stolen motor vehicle, 3 counts, and possession of stolen goods. It should be noted that the ages of the juveniles are 14, 16, and 17 years of age. During informing this task force, we've joined with surrounding agencies in a concerted effort to identify, locate, and apprehend these individuals that are involved. But we want you to keep in mind that as the investigations unfold, we will be bringing other charges, we will be identifying other offenders, and we will be making a concerted effort to bring them into custody to face justice. And additionally, the suspects, we're looking to bring them into custody through the efforts of the many resources that we're afforded, other agencies, our forensics, telephone companies, and things of that nature. And that brings me to my next point of safety. Just because we have these individuals in custody, we don't want you to relax your sense of awareness. We still need you to be vigilant when you're out there, be cognizant of your surroundings, be mindful of unknown subjects that are in parking lots when you pull up to get out of your vehicle. Be mindful of where you park your vehicle in reference to the lighting and trees and wood lines and things of that nature. And please don't leave your car running while it is unoccupied. That you just afford someone the opportunity to make you become a victim. And when you're out shopping, by all means, if it be possible, shop in groups. The targets or the victims that we have encountered all have been or have appeared to be by themselves, single. So just if you can shop in a group, to make yourself less of a target. And another safety tip is try to avoid these apps like Let Go and Offer Up in reference to making purchases. Pay attention to the red flags that are presented. It always goes back to my gut or my instinct was telling me. If it starts telling you, then start believing it. But pay attention to red flags, meaning if they want to change your location at the last minute. Understand that this is a plot and a ploy to get you out of an element. And by all means, feel free to ask them to meet you at a police station in reference to exchanging these the purchases that you may be making. And if they don't, then that should raise a red flag to let you know that, hey, something may not be quite right with this individual. And also, lastly, remember, if you have any tips for us in reference to this case or any criminal activity that you may see going on throughout the city, give us a call at Crime Stoppers, 483-TIPS. That's 483-8477.
Any questions regarding this?
Yes, can you update us on the number of events that have happened now? We started in October, and so where are we number-wise? And when you made the arrest of the 2 juveniles, did the crimes kind of stop?
Well, as far as the number of events, we're up around 8 actual events that have taken place. I can say that without jeopardizing the investigation that it's somewhat slowed. We won't discount that there are still maybe some copycats in the area, or there may, and again, we're still on the lookout for this one individual that is directly involved in this.
And you also mentioned the charge. Did you mistakenly say that they're charged with murder or attempted murder?
Well, good question. One of the subjects that we arrested involved in the carjack or the robbery trend, he was actually wanted for a September murder case. So those warrants were served on him. That's why that was interjected into that when I said first degree murder. So it wasn't a mistake. He has been charged with first degree murder, but it's not related to our current robbery trend. This is a previous charge that he'll be facing.
And so you're dealing with juveniles. We won't get any names or pictures on them. We understand that.
Yes, sir.
But how are you trying to identify the one person that you're looking for, and how can we help do that? Or how can the public help without, revealing the picture of the individual?
In-house, he has been identified. We're just working now to try to apprehend him. So we know who you are. So it's just a matter of time.
So as a point of clarification, when were these juveniles charged?
Charged on November the 19th is when they were arrested. That's when they were originally charged. That was when we had enough information and facts to go along with getting the probable cause to charge them.
There were a couple of carjackings. How many vehicles have you been able to recover since this happened?
We have recovered 4 vehicles that were involved in this. We're still missing our Nissan Versa. We've recovered multiple weapons during searches and search warrants that were executed.
Was the Versa the one that was the rental car?
No, sir. The Versa was Regency Drive. That was what we believe to be the initial spiral or leading up to all the events which followed.
So you got 3 teens. Is this gang related at all? Have you been able to determine that?
Well, I'm not at liberty to say that at this point. Again, we don't want to do anything to jeopardize the investigation because we still are in the process of locating this individual that we are looking for, and also potentially identifying other individuals that are involved in it.
So let me help out a little bit for the update in regards to why we're here. One, it really leads to the hard work to narrowing down the most egregious ones. But what we have uncovered is there are other crimes that happen and continue to happen. Even last night, we had a robbery that occurred last night that was not related to this one, but it was a result of someone leaving their car running or someone being complacent with their environment. And that's what's really, really important for right now. We're in the holiday season. People are shopping. People are more relaxed because they're going with their family and they're thinking it's just safe, but know that crime is going to continue to occur. But we're going to work continuously hard in Fayetteville. And as you do crime in Fayetteville, associated or not, we're going to target each one and pay attention to each one for a resolution. You know, we had a conference last week or week before last about a cold case. So we're not going to stop. We're going to continue to stay vigilant. Another thing just want to mention while we're here, Lieutenant Hicks talked about offer up. If it's too good to be true, continue to shop daytime hours. Environments where you know there's cameras, the police department, use those techniques as well. We are also going into a season, and people may not know this, where holidays gather, where people, family members gather, there's the heightened ability for people to have fights, for people to argue, for domestic violence to occur. Please make sure you know we're in COVID season. People are frustrated sometimes when you're in the house by themselves. Please limit the opportunities for arguments or fight to escalate. We're going to come out and we're going to have to make sure we keep the community safe, but we want this time period for everyone to stay healthy, to also understand they might be on ants in arguments that occur, and if we come out, we're coming out to try to keep the community safe. So that's another aspect of the holiday season where we see heightens of fights and domestic violence happening.
Just lastly for being here, and so you've arrested 2, you're looking for 1, and you're going to be looking for more, I'm sure. But,
Yes.
But do you feel you got the crust of this particular?
We do.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's very, what was very fulfilling is how hard everyone, Lieutenant Hicks' name in the department, was working together using 24 hours continuous operation of strategies, techniques, communicating across other regions to identify the individuals, use our tools available, and we've got the bulk, but we still, unfortunately, wake up maybe tomorrow and see someone else doing another activity, so we won't stop. And our task force will continue on probably throughout the holiday season, focusing on a different item of need. But for this one, we wanted to give the update of this trend that we identified last time. All right, thank you, and I appreciate you. Have a happy holidays, and don't eat too much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.